Stopped by number 30, Collins. On the carry. Picks up the Redskin first down. Number 2, Prater on the carry. Number 24, Roberts on the carry. Stop by number 5. Back in conservation. Kicking to number 25. Dave Cross.
Almost as good. Roberts on the carry. Stopped by number 75, Charles Marty.
point conversion attempt is good. And there's a flag on the play. Point after. Kick goes out of bounds. Number 15, Gross on the carry. Stopped by number 34, Bill Britty.
Darn! I'll give it a darn.
The crew is a traffic too.
Some kind of a strip on him.
CSI Springs intended for number 20. The short kick recovered by Clinton.
Defense, doing great. Hold that line, left right. Defense, doing great. Hold that line,
Number 34, Riddick on the carry. Stopped by number 58, Tom Miller. Number 40, Jeremy Williams on the carry. Stopped by number 58, Tom Miller. Number 24, Ken Roberts on the carry. carry.
Break that tackle.
Number 2, Taylor on the carry. Number 40. Nicholas pass, complete to number 24, Roberts, for the touchdown. The extra point is good. Gross is on the return, stop. Cientos. Cientos pass complete to number 85, Steve Spicer for the first. Cientos pass intended for.
Get him.
Cientos pass incomplete, and that brings about the end of the first half. With the score, the visitors from Clinton 37, and Annapolis 6. Number 34, Riddick on the carry. Stopped by number 52, Matt Kozeski.
Hey, John. Forget to play your job. Forget to play your job.
Leakman on the carry. On the keeper, finally stopped by number 84, Pat Deegan. 34 on the carry. Stopped by number 58. Number 40, Jim. Rob. Number 20, Spencer on the carry, stopped by number 86, Welch. Santar's pass. Touchdown, number 25, Dan Cross.
The MHSAA on Pass is presented by Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the MHSAA Scholar Athlete Award. True Value Hardware Stores, promoting good sportsmanship through the Good Sports Are Winners program. And by Tombstone Pizza.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Tim Stout. Welcome to our second annual live telecast of the Michigan High School Athletic Association Football Playoff Pairing Show. In the next half hour, we're going to show you all the playoff pairings for the football pairings that are coming up for these playoffs, which will run through the month of November, culminating with state championship games in 8 different classes Thanksgiving weekend at the Pontiac Silverdome. This is an exciting time of year. We've had 9 weeks of regular season football play. Most of those schools are done with their seasons, but 128 are still alive, and they're going to find out tonight who they play beginning next weekend in their quest to make it to the Pontiac Silverdome. You know, this is the 21st year of football playoffs in the state high school ranks, and just think Detroit DePorce is in for the 15th time in those 21 years. We have one school, Dearborn, in this year, which has not been scored upon in any game so far from the regular season. We have 2 teams who've made it in this year with 4 wins and 5 losses, and also all of the teams in one of the Class CC regions, all 4 of those teams are coming in with 9-0 records. It's an exciting time for these players. The high school football playoffs have all kinds of excitement and enthusiasm, which have developed over the years. Well, this is our second annual live show with the playoff pairings. We're live from our East Lansing studios just across the street from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, where the computers have been working overtime all weekend long to get these pairings ready. Now, what we're going to show you in the next half hour or so, we will show you all of the playoff pairings, the sites, and the times of the games. These are all tentative. They will not be certified absolutely until 4 o'clock on Wednesday. Most likely there will be no changes whatsoever, but there sometimes is a little hitch in the plan that might change things by Wednesday at 4 o'clock. However, tentatively, everything will be set that we're going to show you coming up tonight. So you stay tuned now. When we come back in just a moment, we'll show you and these are, by the way, all 16-team tournaments, basically, in the 8 different classes, okay? When we come back, we're going to show you the playoff pairings in classes AA and A in just a moment. And one of your sponsors for tonight's live telecast is Farm Bureau Insurance. Stay with us.
In every corner of the state, Michigan folks receive a special kind of insurance help from Farm Bureau insurance agents. Help when it counts. People talking with people, and that'll never change. Wherever you live, whatever your lifestyle, your Farm Bureau agent is near you and has one objective.
We're making your future more predictable. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Farm Bureau Insurance.
Frank?
Hey, Ted, how you doing?
Great, how's the house?
Fantastic. I'm painting the den.
Great, need any help?
No, thanks, Ted. The hardware guy helped me.
Where'd you go?
True Value?
Isn't that the official hardware store of the NFL?
Why, yes, it is.
That's great.
True Value, the official hardware store of the NFL. Isn't that great?
See you later, Frank.
Oh, okie dokie, Ted.
Get this First Alert smoke and fire detector for only $7.99 or this kit of 2.5-pound fire extinguisher, just $8.99.
You moron!
Fanatic.
You stink! Yeah, 41, you stink! Ref, you're an idiot! Boo! Boo! Kid, you're a moron!
Fan.
Defense, out of way. They're looking good. Teamwork. Take a shot. Yeah! Hit it coming.
Be a fan, not a fanatic.
The first rule of high school sports is that students must earn the privilege of wearing their school's uniform by taking classes there. But legislators in Lansing would like charter school students to be on your school's teams even though they're not enrolled at your school. Contact your local state representative or senator and let them know that school teams are for kids attending the school. The kids who get their uniforms the old-fashioned way, they earn it. This message is brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association.
Welcome back. I'm Tim Stout. We will now look, first of all, at the pairings in Class AA, and I'll explain these to you as we go along, how these pairings were arrived at and so forth. Let's start with Region 1. There are 4 regions in each of the classes, and this is the AA, Region 1 pairings here, and we have all the schools as they were picked by the computer. In Region 1 Class AA, and the numbers to the left that are in yellow, those are the computer seedings. It'll be 4th seed Bay City Central with a 7-2 record. At top seed Holt, 9-0. Holt was 4-5 a year ago, but the Rams went undefeated through this regular season, and that game at Holt High School will be played Saturday at 1:30 in the afternoon. Now, the winner of that game will go on to play in the second round against the winner of 3rd-seeded Rockford, 8-1, at 2nd-seeded Jenison. Jenison is 9-0, and that game will be played Friday night at 7:30. So those are the 4 teams in Class AA Region 1. Now in Region 2, the 4th seed is Flint Carmen Ainsworth at 7-2, and they'll play at top seed Belleville, 9-0. What a season for that school, and that game will be Friday night at 7:30. The winner of this game goes on to the second round to play Clarkston, which finished 7-2 and is the 3rd seed in the computer rankings from the region. At number 2 seed Monroe. Monroe finished 8-1, and that game will be played Saturday at 1:30 in the afternoon. Let's go to Class AA Region 3. The 4th seed is Livonia Stevenson, 7-2 on the season against a very good Detroit Catholic Central team which went 9-0. You'll notice that game is going to be played at Livonia Clarenceville High School. That'll be Saturday afternoon at 1:30. And the winner of that game will play the winner of the Detroit Henry Ford Troy game. Detroit Henry Ford, the 3rd seed with a 7-2 record. Troy is the defending state champion in Class AA and is back looking